You think I would have learned the first time. So, I was going to film this video like maybe a month ago, and I didn't because I was like, well, there's not much to the story, I got ghosted, whatever. But then something happened, like a week ago, and I was like, okay, I have to make a video now. So we're going to name this guy Tyler. His name's not Tyler, it's like Tyler, but it's not Tyler. So I found Tyler while scrolling through my Instagram feed, and somebody had given him a shout out, and I was like, ooh, you is cute. So obviously I had to follow him. Obviously, I mean, what else was there to do? So I started following him on Instagram, and then I followed him on Twitter because he said, go follow my Twitter page, whatever. And he was in a band, so I was like, okay, I'll support it. He's hot, whatever. So I started following him on Twitter as well, and then he DM'd me, and we started talking. He was just like, what's up, hey, whatever. And that's kind of like how the conversation was for a little bit. And then we kind of got to talking more, and then he was like telling me how he lived in New York for like 4 months or something like that. He's in a band and that he's whatever. And then we kind of started talking about ourselves to each other. And then he gave me his number, so we started to text. Now, this guy lives maybe like not even an hour away from me, and I have never met him in person. No, he is not a catfish. I know this because we have FaceTime and Snapchatted and stuff like that. So dealing with my anxiety, it was hard for me to go out and meet him. We never actually said, oh, like, let's go to the movies or let's go get lunch or something. We just never, we never said, like, let's meet up. So I'm talking to this guy for like a year, and it's like a friendship kind of like relationship. We would text each other whenever like one of us needed each other. Like if we were going through something, we would text each other for advice and stuff. And it was just like, it was good to have somebody there that you weren't super close with, because I feel like when you need advice in a situation and you ask a best friend, they're going to side with whatever like you're feeling and stuff rather than telling you what you really need to hear. And someone coming from like an outside perspective, not knowing or not having a relationship with the people in the situation, I feel like they could give you better advice. That's just me. So that's what we would do. We would just text back and forth, whatever. It was kind of flirty at some times, but it was never like full on like we're talking, this is gonna happen in the future or anything. But then it did. So it started to get flirtier, maybe like a year and a half. And it's so weird because it's like I had a crush on this guy, but I never met him in person. I know it. So we would, flirt all the time. He'd want to like say, let's cuddle, let's do this, whatever. And then one day, out of the blue, he just stopped texting me. And I was so stunned. So let's say it was a Wednesday night, he just flat out stopped texting me. Thursday night, I texted him and was like, hey, I didn't hear nothing. Friday night, I texted him, hey, didn't hear nothing. So I just stopped. I'm not one of those girls who's going to keep annoying a guy. If they didn't want to talk to me, they didn't want to talk to me. They would text me if they did. So I just moved on with my life, and I just dealt with the shit on my own, whatever I was going through. I didn't have anybody to talk to anymore. I do have I had other friends, but it was just like so much better talking to him because he just gave such good advice and stuff. So maybe like a month later, I was just going through some stuff, and I subtweeted him, and I was just like, I really wish you would text me. And 15 minutes later, I got a text from him saying, hey. And I was like, what's up? And I was just like, at first I didn't know if I should text him back or not, because I was just like, he just left me high and dry without an explanation. It was so weird. And then he texted me and he said, I was going through some stuff with my family. I was just dealing with a lot of shit. I just couldn't like handle, I guess, like being in a relationship, but we weren't in a relationship or anything. It was just somewhere along those lines. So, and I was kind of like a little hurt because I was like, well, that's what I thought I was there for. Is when he was going through something, I would give him advice or try to help him through it. So I was just kind of like a little taken back. I was like, okay. So we did continue to text again, and it was even flirtier than the time before. We would text each other when we were drunk. Not a good idea, but we did. And we would be very flirtatious, and we still never said, hey, let's meet up. I don't know if it was just kind of like a fantasy that like we had in our heads of like each other, like he's like the perfect guy or something, and I felt like if I met him, he wouldn't live up to my expectations and like vice versa and stuff. I don't know why we never met. So we begin continuing, we're still talking, you know, everything's good. I would post like our texts, I would screenshot our texts and stuff and put them on Twitter because they were just so cute, and we just got along so well. We could just be sarcastic assholes to each other and it'd be like the time of our lives texting each other back and forth. That's just how our relationship was. This goes on for maybe like another year, and during all this, my anxiety was getting better, so I was kind of like branching out, going to parties, hanging out with my friends a lot more, and they started to ask about him, and I was like, yeah, his name's Tyler, this and that, and they were like, so did you guys go on a date or anything? And I was just like, I've never met the guy, and they kind of thought it was weird, but whatever. A month later, he stopped texting me again. And it was weird because I was just like, how are you going to do this to me again? You apologized for the first time and said that you weren't going to do it again, but you did. Then the next day, I'm scrolling down my Instagram feed and I see he posted a picture of a screenshot of a text message conversation. Somebody had texted him a picture of his front door saying, oh my god, what a cute door, or whatever, like surprising him at his house. And he was like, oh, the cute text I get from like this person. So I was like, I have to go check this person out. Look at this Instagram page that is tagged in this post, and it is another girl. And I was just like, really? Were you talking to me and another girl at the same time, and you just decided on her or something, and now you guys are dating? So I'm looking through her pictures. She's very beautiful, whatever, but she posted some pictures with him and they were dating, and I was just like, so did you guys just start dating, or were you dating her and still texting me a little bit? It's still confusing on the times, whatever. And so I was just like, how, oh god, this is worse than the first time. So they dated for a while, and fast forward, you know, like 2 weeks ago, and I see that he has not posted a picture with her in a while, because we still followed each other on like Instagram and Twitter and Snapchat and stuff, and he had not posted a picture with her in a while. So I go to his page and all the pictures of him and her are deleted, and I was like, what? So I go to her page and she had deleted the pictures of her and him as well. And I was like, oh, they broke up. Too bad for you. So I was just like, oh my god, he's gonna come crawling back, ain't he? And he did. He started to Snapchat me again. And it was weird because he would Snapchat me like going to work or something, and I'd be like, me too, and then he would just like not text me back. It was weird like that. And then he started to Snapchat me again, and it was getting flirty again, like, oh, you look so cute, oh my god, I wish I was laying with you or cuddling with you or whatever. And I was just like, whatever, okay, let's try this again for the third time. So I want to say about 3 or 4 days ago, I tried to Snapchat and talk to him, but he just opened them and didn't reply, and I was like, this bitch. So then I'm scrolling through my Instagram feed, and he posted a picture like something plus date night equals a great weekend, and I was all, date night? I was like, you didn't go on a date with me? So, and then like some girl had like commented heart eyes, and I was like, okay, this is his new bitch now. You think I would have learned the first time. If this dude comes crawling back, I am going to give him the boot. It's just, I'm done. You've tugged on my heartstrings a little too much. There's nothing there anymore. So that is the story of how I got ghosted 3 times by the same guy. I mean, what can you do? If you guys enjoyed this story time video, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment down below if you've ever got ghosted, or just leave a comment below telling me it's gonna be okay. Thank you guys again so much for watching. I hope you guys have a good rest of your week. And yes, I am wearing a Captain America shirt because I'm going to see Civil War this weekend. And yes, I am Team Cap. So if you guys like maybe want to see a review of the movie, I could potentially do that. But I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.